Smells so good. I finally got my first sunflower. It's September 11th, 2020, and me being a born and raised American, of course, I definitely think about those that were involved and affected by 9/11. Even if it has almost been 20 years ago, still kind of hits you hard. I was in Sweden when it happened, and moved back home shortly after, and now I'm here again. But either way, when you're American and you're living abroad, it still affects you. Things like that. I've got family back home, you know. But I was out in the garden, you know, just reflecting on things, and thought I would do a rushed garden tour. Just because fall is already here, I'm just looking at the weather every day, seeing when the first frost is going to come, because there's a lot that I have to do in the garden, even though I'm on rest right now. But going out in the garden is vital. According to the doctor, I really have to do it, despite being, you know, hesitant to be out and just wanting to sleep and rest. But it's healing out here. It's the best thing I know. I don't really feel like leaving the house, but the garden, that's different. But yeah, so on this day I wanted to just show my garden is finally getting a bit of color. It's how I wish it had been like 2 months ago already. So it's hard getting used to that. Things, you know, they grow so slow and so late, and you have to harvest super early. So yeah, I don't know, it's somehow still magical seeing what there is. And then I've got a kitty in the bushes here. You can barely see it. Hey, cow. So this is a new way I'm doing this, where I'm starting in the back, where well, the saddest part of the garden probably. A lot of shade, a lot of bug damage. Here I've got red and, you know, regular white cabbage. They're starting to make heads. A little bit slower back here, but then we had cucamelons vining here, but we didn't get any cucamelons. It's just too cold. But yeah, my cabbage patch, nasturtiums, the morning glory. It was very pretty for a while anyway. Here's where the tomatoes start, and as you see, there's clusters of green ones. Those are about ready. This is the very saddest part of the garden, but I have one sun gold tomato, so we're gonna try that probably today and save the seeds. Other really sad ones, look, dear God, poor thing, but it gave me a tomato. It gave all it had. Same with this one. Like, literally, this is the craziest part of my garden, saddest. Right, Cal? He's like, yeah. He knows. He patrols everything. There are a few plants that never produced at all. I'll probably put these guys, the few that didn't produce, like in the greenhouse. Everything else looks like I either have already gotten a tomato to collect seeds or I'm about to. I'm gonna have to harvest a lot of green clusters of tomatoes here soon and let them ripen in the house. All the winter squashes in the back here, they didn't really go anywhere. They don't like it. So, something I learned. Had like, I don't know, at least 50 plants. But on the bright side, there are loads and loads of tomatoes coming here. And I mean loads of tomatoes. I'll try to speed up, but I just want to show there are some pretty colors in here now. And some really neat tomatoes. Very, very pretty. Look at that. Anyway, we have some zucchinis around here. I'll have to show this one from the other side, but failed corn. Not good here. Right, Mickey?
Yeah.
But you know, the tomatoes like this part of the yard too. They're pretty tall, considering this is northern Sweden and outside. Lots of clusters of tomatoes, so I'm super happy about that. More failed corn, but some successful zucchinis and stuff, like under here. More in the bushes. Yeah, we've got quite a few of these in here, it looks like. So that's cool. And we got a really big one here. That is quite big. A little more. And we got some really nice patty pans. We probably got to take those. Yeah, so this is nice, really crazy bed here with the squash and tomatoes fighting, but somehow everything looks good. These are all orange and yellow tomatoes, which you can see. Let's see. Herb garden, we've already taken away all the basils and put them in the greenhouse because they didn't get very big. They were stunted. So yeah, the herb garden's kind of a mess. The mints, different mints have gone to flower, which is cool. I'll be saving seeds. Then other herbs like perennials here. Lots of stuff. Tarragon, rosemary, sage, thyme, more mint. Okay, quick swing in here. This is where we basically saved all of our pepper plants and so forth, and the basils, tomatillos, and yeah, basically we really want to extend the life on them as much as possible. Looks really pretty in here. Ginger and turmeric. And then we've got this crazy cucumber. I wasn't sure I'd get anything, but look at that crazy thing. It's called Kiwano. Some soybeans and stuff. okra. Let's see. We tried to save these. An eggplant. I don't think we'll get anything, but you know. But these peppers are nice and happy in here, and the tomatillos, so yeah. And this guy, wow, he's loaded, really loaded. I think it's gorgeous, this over here, the Buena Mulatas. And then the Lombardos. Man, good stuff. Anyway. Don't mind the mess back here. So then we got a little more tomatoes. Some are coming on it. It's more yellow ones, I think. And we got broccolis. They're actually growing. That's cool. Some cauliflower too. It's a bit slow, but hey, it's getting there. And they don't care if it's cold, so. Here we've got the vertical garden in this tunnel, which is, I've said many times, my favorite part of the garden, because it's just really magical, like, to walk through it. But this year didn't really get that high. The tomato plants, they did grow, but they're not near as, I don't know. Last year they were like really strong, full, bushy plants. This year they've just been kind of slender, long, like hardly producing anything. But at least they're giving me something. You see, there's loads of colors starting to happen in here. Almost every plant is giving me something. Still loads of green ones, but you see they're starting to blush. So things are happening super, super fast now. The plants know that it's cold outside, and they're trying to hurry up and ripen everything. So you see there's plenty that are starting to change. And back there. Yeah, loads actually on the back side here. It's just kind of hard to get to. Then we got beans, like many types of beans growing up here. I expected them to grow much further. Now this one's happy. Which one is that? That one? I think it's Lady DeLong. Anyway, yeah, there's loads of different kinds. You know, purple, green, cream color. That one looks like it's about to burst open. And we've even got, I think this one is called Matilda. This tomato plant is tall, okay? That's way taller than me. I'm not tall, so that's not saying much, but kind of cool. We even have fava beans here. Very neat. Back here we got different lettuces. Surely you can see different lettuces here and stuff. And mustards and spring onions, nasturtiums. Here's yeah, more lettuce and spinach. Here I've got all my different kinds of brandywines. The first few brandywines were fast growing. Maybe they were stressed, I don't know. But then all my other ones are slow. but I do have quite a few. So I will get seeds for the regular reddish pink one, and then yellow and black. So that's cool. They're very pretty tomato. See? Man, some of these are just huge bundles. Yeah, so nice. Then I've got, oh, I think my first Cherokee Purple is ripening. Yes, it is. The top of this plant somehow, I don't know what happened to it, but it went ahead and ripened this up, or started to now. So I have waited 2 years of trying to get a Cherokee Purple. That's about to happen. I've got several on the way. Very excited about that. Awesome. Huge sunflower. This gourd plant, it was super happy in the beginning. Now it's just like given up. Never produced a gourd at all. Okay, these are all my beef tomatoes in this top part of the tunnel because it's much more sunny. So I've got these here, and perhaps you can see why, because the beef tomatoes, they need more sun if you want all these to finish growing. Oh man, this thing is knocked over. But ooh, stay up here. There we go. There you go, plant. All right. There's been a lot of wind, so I have to share this though, because this part is crazy good. This is Azoika, I don't know. It's a Russian tomato. This thing is huge, beautiful. It'll be ready soon. I can't wait. I'll definitely grow that again. This has been my top amazing tomato, okay? This is Crushed Heart by Wild Boar Farms. Not only does it look really cool, but it just makes clusters. And not only does it make clusters, but it was one of my very first producing tomatoes. Look how pretty that is. So many on that one plant. Just a huge producer, even though I didn't do anything for it. Didn't have resources really, and it just produced. So thank you, plant. Lucid Gem is really tall here. These are all my Wild Boar Farm plants in the front, because you know I love Wild Boar Farms. Brad's tomatoes. Most of these got a lot of sun, so they're black, because they're the type that can get coloring on the shoulders like that. And there's actually Brad's Atomic Grape. Dark Galaxy and Cosmic Eclipse and stuff. So anyway, I know I need to speed this up so you guys don't get bored. But I always skip a part if I don't watch it. This is the best corn stalk I've had, but it made tassels. But no corn to fertilize. So even though this was a beautiful stalk, it failed. Darn it. I just Yeah, corn, nope. Northern Sweden outside, no. Over here, got asparagus going. They're still small because they're like second year. Probably could use more sun, but there's, yeah, different colors. These hexagons we made a few years ago, and I love them. They're really pretty. They're in a sunny spot. I try to experiment each year on what works and what doesn't. We've had storing tomatoes with thick skins here, and as you see, this is full. And pianololo and stuff. Otherwise, we got a lot of radish pods because it went straight to flower, so no radishes. And same up here. Storage tomatoes. Yeah, more pianololo. This one is called Petter den Hållbara. It's a green storage tomato. It's Swedish. We got tomatillos also around. I didn't really mention that, but the ones that were making the most tomatillos, we took them in the greenhouse. Like, see, we've got stuff that's getting ready. Oh crap. There's a ready tomatillo. Look at that. Taking that inside. Lots of strawberries. Look, they're actually making more. More. Here, we dug up some and put them in the greenhouse as well, but we've got eggplants. Probably need to harvest those. Nasturtiums. Right, I didn't check here for buds to save. I'll do that. This is where I've had the very best luck. So much zucchini this summer. Like, no, seriously, we were super blessed. It's still producing. See, there's still zucchinis here. Like on most plants, there's still zucchini. I don't know how it has produced for months straight, but it has. And here we got tons of patty pan. I don't know. They're just growing, and they really like the sun. They like this position. It worked really well to put them in containers. We got this big one. Look at that. I know that's gonna be woody, but this will be a really great one to take seeds from. This guy is huge. Somehow we ended up with some climbing ones. Even though I read instructions and then found, no, this one's on the vine. None coming yet though. But they are on this one, this vining one. A couple more. But, I mean, wow, I didn't even see these. That's so cool. But yeah, we had the pepper plants here in containers. That was really nice, but now they're in the greenhouse. This was our really quick emergency makeshift huggo bed where we put all our kales. and other brassicas that we had left over, cauliflower a bit, some extra Brussels sprouts. But yeah, it's mainly like several kinds of kale, from red Russian to thousand head. But this worked out really, really well. It's like 10 meters long. I'm not even joking. Like all the way down there, all the way over there. And to my surprise, yeah, there's some bug damage, but it's really nice plants. Here's some cauliflower coming. You can see it is actually a bed here. But it just amazes me that that grew. Just endless kale here, and these will be fine once it becomes a bit cooler. So I'm super pleased with that. We have more across here. These were all the like gooseberry and black and red currant bushes. Nothing over here apart from these little globe cherry trees. I'm thinking of something I can do. We'll see. And there's Kiki. Hey, Kiki. Here we've got, it's kind of a mishmash. Some leek and decorative winter squash, but look, these are gonna totally be edible. I don't see why not. They're the only winter squashes that did anything for us. So, you know, it's something. These cucumbers are a symbol that, well, we had a horrible cucumber year, but the ones in the front yard did okay despite everything. So now I know cucumbers in the front yard. Got loads of beans here. Like, look at that. Let me try to, like, loads and loads of beans. Bush after bush, they're full of beans. And then here it's lots of peas and very much sugar peas, both green and purple. Like, these are too full to eat. We'll save them as seeds. Gosh, there are even some drying. Whoops. So it goes to show we really got a lot to do. Other beans and stuff, lentils, chickpeas. Chickpeas did not like it here. So there's more space here. We have a temporary fence up. More space we could do something with, but I'm not really sure. But that's like a very prime spot of our front yard because things just don't grow without sun here. So I have to think of something to utilize that space if I can. Here, all the tops of the potato plants have died down. That means these potatoes are all ready. We've got several kinds. These are sun artichokes. They're taking a little longer to get to that point, but all these are ready to harvest. Then we got some other things like celery root, sweet potatoes that, wait, that's not for this year. This is an experiment for next year. Yeah, some Chinese cabbage that bolted. Oops. Then we've got other things too, like spinach and whatever. Let's see. Bok choy. And this is the last part of the garden. Promise we're almost done here. Okay. Here's the tomatoes in the front yard here. They're all fuzzy ones. There's 3 kinds. You probably saw in a previous video I had one already that we taste tested. But this one is red peach. It's not ready. Soon. This is garden peach. Those are almost ready. Huge sunflower. Then the fuzzy ones I was talking about. They're falling over. Oh boy. Yeah. There we go. Oh, nope. Can't reach. I'm too short. But yeah, they're very fuzzy plants. Got herbs growing like crazy here, like oregano and mint. I think it's mint. Over here, Brussels sprouts and kalettes. Plenty of them. Look at this. Then we've got Savoy cabbages. The heads are growing on these. Look. Nice little cabbage heads. Very beautiful. We've got many. So I'm stoked about that. Here we got carrots and celery. This is very pretty celery. I will be harvesting this soon. Looks so good. Here we had eggplants. They got kind of shadowed by bolting daikon radish. And bees like it. But we've got loads and loads of pods. So I'll be taking those. But no daikon. And then we've got my sunflowers. One that has made a beautiful entrance, even with a bee on it. So, and then just some ample tomatoes. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. I meant for it to be super short, but there's just too much garden here to make it short. So thanks so much for joining me and you know, just being out here in the garden with me. Bye.